Well, hello there, friend. Thanks so much for stopping by and thanks for hanging out. Andrew Najera here at Drew Installs Hardware. Today, we are going to be installing a hollow metal frame and steel studs that has a side light. Sometimes the side lights are small. This happens to be a really big side light. Here is the mullion bracket that's going to secure the side light portion of this frame. It's going to attach to the concrete, and then the frame is going to slip on top of it, and that's going to secure that mullion leg. The rest of the side lights welded together, and the straps on the other side will hold it to the framing. Here I'm measuring the overall length of my frame. It was like around 170 inches or something like that. Here I'm measuring my rough opening. For these hollow metal frames, the rough opening in this kind of situation should be a half-inch bigger at least. I say at least. It should be a half-inch bigger. That's like, perfect. So when I got a 3.0 door here then, and I have a 2-inch frame face, 2-inch mullion face there. That bracket I'm going to put is going to go in the center of that mullion, so that's 39. 39 is that magic number right there, but remember, the rough opening is a half-inch bigger, so that means I should have a 1/4 inch on this side and a 1/4 inch on the other side. So my magic number for my center line of that mullion bracket is going to be 39 1/4. Perfect world, that number is going to be good for you all the time on a 3.0 side light frame. So let's see how that lays out here. I'm just going off. Hey, you get a little wet there. I can see the framers layout marks for when they built the wall, and I'm just putting a line at 39 1/4. And this mullion bracket is just going to center on the wall. So for this purpose, I can center it on their layout lines because that's where the wall is. And then I can drill those holes. And I'm drilling a 1/4 inch hole, and I'm using some little short drive pins because they have post tension stuff in there, so we can't go too deep. Let's see, set those. Wow, 4, 5, 6. What? Man, I remember the first time I used a hammer too. Wow, hit it like you mean it. Okay, time to kick this frame in. And we're gonna stand her up here, and through the magic of video editing, we are going to change perspective. I'm gonna shove this corner kind of into the corner of the rough opening and the corner of the wall there to kind of support it. And I'm just gonna slowly walk it over. It'd probably be if it's a heavy frame, don't do it by yourself. This frame, no problemo. No problemo. It had already been moved up into the room for me. That was awesome. So now I'm going to end up tilting it back so that it will that mullion leg will scooch over that first tab on that mullion bracket. So I'm leaning it back and then I'm kicking it up over that first tab. Okay, so now that first tab is inside the mullion. Okay, now I can work on getting it kind of kicked in further, getting it further over, getting the rest of the frame further over, and then we'll see where it needs to go from there. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. So you see that there, so the inside piece of that mullion bracket's already inside the mullion. It's inside the frame. I just have to figure out how to get this outside one over. And so here you see me lifting it up. It's just about high enough. I'm lifting it up and kicking it at the same time to push it out. You got to have the right size mullion bracket, of course, to work. And so here we go, up and out. Come on out a little. It's getting close. I can tell it's getting close. And I think I'm going to end up taking a hammer and kind of tapping the inside little tab that's sticking up. I'm going to tap it in a little bit just to make sure it stays inside the mullion, because it's pretty close. It was a pretty tight fit here, and then here I need to move the frame over to the left to line up. Move it to the left a little bit more, keep going just a little bit more. Oh, see it drop down a little? That means it's in. Now you give it the boot. Give it the boot. Boom. Oh yeah, that mullion leg is set. Very nice, and it is solid. That ain't going anywhere, as they say. So what's next? Well, you might notice that this wall's already got sheetrock on it, but you're gonna say, hey Drew, doesn't the frame get set first, then the sheetrock goes in? Yes, it does. That's how it works in a normal situation. This frame had got delayed for so long that the sheetrockers, he's got to keep going. He's got to keep making progress so that he doesn't hold other people up. So this wall had got sheetrocked, so I have to cut away where the tabs are going to go so that I can screw those straps to the studs. Now the sheetrocker, he's still going to have to make his sheetrock tuck into this frame, because that's how it works. The sheetrock tucks into the frame, so he may need to come back and cut out around and rehang some sheetrock around this. But oh yeah, here's my laser I use. Everybody was asking me about that DW088CG DeWalt. That thing's awesome. I was trying to think. I'm like, I've set hundreds of frames. I don't know if I've set thousands of frames yet, but I've definitely set hundreds of frames with that laser, and it works awesome. I'm comparing where this frame is to the frame next to it, and it looks good. And then I'm going to level the door side, the door portion here. But yeah, I understand the sheetrockers had to keep making progress, and now I got to set the frame. So this is where we're at. That's the situation we find ourselves in. So keep working together, and we'll get her done. So I leveled it, and now I'm plumbing it, and I'm gonna have to move that head over to the right, from what I can see from the laser. So I'm gonna lock the bottom in here and get that bottom locked in. These were really flimsy straps. I'm gonna lock the other side bottom in too, since we're locking the bottom in. Let's lock that side in too. And then I'm gonna pry the top over till it's plumb and lock the top in. And I'm putting my laser line right in the center of the butt crack there. So those are the hinges. We call them butts. I don't know why. Why do we call them butts? Anyway, yeah. So we put that laser line right in the center of the butt crack, up and down. That's one way to make sure it's plumb. And then I'm just putting screws in all the straps. And holy cow, we just set a hollow metal frame with a big old Sidelite and some steel studs. Not too hard. Oh yeah, this went good. Well, thanks so much for stopping by and watching this video with me. If you liked it, please share it. That helps so much. So keep sharing the videos. I appreciate it so much. And until next time, I will say happy hardwaring.